Jim, it's David over here at Handy's Downtown. We spoke yesterday in regards to some Highlanders. Sorry, I'm kind of looking into the sun here, so I got some squinty eyes with you. But pleasure to introduce myself to you again, David over here at Handy's Downtown. I know I mentioned I was going to be sending the video out to you yesterday, and I completely apologize. Got wrapped up into some customers that were here on the showroom selling some cars and stuff like that. So here I am this morning. You'll have this video to at least reference the vehicle for sure. So over our conversation, we talked about having a limited, and we talked about having the sport one, and the sport had more of the features that you kind of mentioned, you know, non-leather, things like that you liked. So just kind of a quick walk around the vehicle. Basically, you're not going to be without some great features like stuff like fog lights, so you can get some extra, you know, protection at night to see where you need to go. The car is very clean, so I mean, you can take that for what you can see here. Of course, it's going to be a little frosty, so definitely reference those pictures that are online, because those are taken of the vehicle as it comes in and is cleaned up really fresh. Take a quick look, come in real close if you can. Got some really great tread left on these all-season tires, so you got a nice set of all seasons on the vehicle, which would do you just fine for many, many more miles. Probably would do you fine even for the rest of winter if you decided to make the switch sooner than later as well, being that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. Come around the exterior with me. It does have some nice stuff again, like the additional alloy wheels, like the roof rack and rails, which is pretty convenient to have. You got to throw something in the back. I just want to make sure this doesn't scratch or anything, and I want to go ahead and see if I can pop this open. And basically, as you know, it's been a large challenge with all the ice that we have out here and everything, and we do a pretty good job of making sure that we don't scratch vehicles or anything when we're, you know, trying to show them and whatever. So let me just bang this ice out of here, give me the ability to go ahead and open the hatch up again. It does have a rear windshield wiper, as you can see there. Very clean interior overall. Not a lot of, you know, use that probably shouldn't have been here otherwise, you know, because with a light interior, if you had, you know, potting soil or something like that someone would have thrown in the back at one point in time and got loose, I'm not seeing that staining that you would otherwise be able to notice. So you do have some additional floor mats. If you've never opened these up, you have some additional space. There is the tonneau cover, and right now that's just underneath there. That way it's not in the way, okay? And then this one, whether you like it or you don't, this is the fold flat of it, okay? And then it's also gonna have that third row seating. So you have the ability, and you'll see here, you pop the headrests up for your guests in the back to accommodate more passengers anyhow. So that's a really great benefit, along with the fact that if and when you're not using it, you can just keep it folded down. So nice extra feature. I don't know if you were aware that this vehicle had or not. So in the back here, you can fold the second row seats down as well. While you stay here, I'm gonna actually do that for you, just so you can kind of get a perspective of what that looks like folded down. Great utility, nice and flat. In the middle of this isn't a bench, it's kind of like two captain's chairs. You can take this out, which is kind of the cup holders and storage area, and replace it with the bench, which is stowed underneath here. So they've changed the models. They've changed this model in 2015, so it's a little bit different. They don't have the stowaway there, but again, this is a replaceable center console or middle bench seat, depending on how you'd like to use that. I'm going to fold this up. If you want to come around and just take a look at how clean the interior is here of the rear seats. Again, I showed you those floor mats, so we do have that obviously helping to keep things very clean on the floor. And you notice there in the middle, you do have some extra controls for your guests that you can you know, switch around the airflow, the heat, and you also have some cup holders that will pull out there as well. Map holders in the back of the seats here. For your convenience as well. So anyway, very accommodating. Another kind of nice thing, because it has the third row, you can slide these seats back and forth. Obviously that adds for comfort for guests as well as necessity when it comes to the third row. But very, very clean. Overall, you know, there's no rips and tears and stuff like that. This has been very well taken care of. What I like about these, very, very comfortable seats. So you mentioned you didn't like the leather. These are going to be that cloth interior. The light beige, even though it can become dirty, is very, very clean in this vehicle, so that's really nice to be able to have. You also have lumbar supports, some different adjustments that are power adjustments with the seat, so you can get very comfortable. Steering wheel has some different levels as well. Drivetrain on these is great. It has downhill assist control, has a snow control feature for the wintertime. Those buttons are right here. Also has sport drive mode, which I like to use practically if you're downshifting coming downhill. Of course, if you want a little get up and go, you can shift it manually there as well. Nice center stack. They're known for this, obviously, in terms of being very well kept and knit. And you have a little LCD display up here letting you know, hey, the door is open, and things like that. So there's some good information display there, which is really fun and easy to use. Obviously has radio, good stuff like that. CD player. Also probably important to note that it does have the what seems to be, yes, it's a 3-zone temperature control. So again, the third zone being the back seats, which you saw those controls. Your passenger has their own control settings for heat and airflow, as well as you do too. So a very, very reliable vehicle that has, you know, more things that obviously we can look over, nooks and crannies, little spots for storage, cup holders. But I think you'd be very, very impressed with how these drive, how they handle. Very tight knit, great steering, good suspension. Even though this one here and the other one has 70,000 miles, I think you'll be extremely impressed. So as we mentioned, wanted to do the video here for you, not only introducing myself, but giving you a different perspective of this vehicle. I hope you found it very helpful. Give me a call anytime. I'm going to insert some numbers here, bottom of the screen, 528-2213, my direct line, as well as the email, dburns@handycars.com. I know we want to appraise your vehicle as well, so whatever time works for you, works for me. I appreciate the opportunity to earn your business and look forward to talking to you soon for that appraisal and the test drive on this Highlander Sport. Thanks again. Take care.